Right. How's this for a little change of scenery? So we're doing something a little bit more relaxed, you know? I like having the blue backdrop and everything with all the pictures and everything behind me, but hey, we'll do something a little bit different. We can sit back right the way back like this. We can just absolutely chill out. We can do whatever the hell we want. We can enjoy it. It's like you're just having a chat with your mates. I'm trying to give you that sort of environment, you know? So yeah, so we're going to have a little chat about today. But before that, we're going to talk about what's going to happen during the off-season. So as we both know, season's over. And from here, the only thing that's going to be going on right now is transfer rumours, international stuff, little bits like that, you know. So in that regards, we're gonna do a little season review. So how I'm going to approach this is around the middle of the week, anywhere between Tuesday and Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I'll be uploading a video talking about 1 month in particular, spanning from August all the way to May. So you're talking about 9 to 10 months. So August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 10 months. 10 months of football that I'm going to talk about in regards to reviews. So we're going to talk about, you know, like the performance, home, away. Might even have to talk about stuff that happened off the pitch as well. And just sort of dissect what happened month to month. We won't go into too much depth when it comes to each and every game, but we're going to talk about it in regards to just like the overall feel of the game, the overall performance, stuff like that, you know. And there is going to be a couple of occasions where, say like in October, for example, the international break sort of broke up the season a little bit. And from there, we only ended up having like 2 games in the space of that international break, well, in the space of that month. So in them situations, it could potentially become a case of it being October/November. But we'll tackle that when it comes. Also, it won't just be Premier League, it'll also be FA Cup and Carabao Cup on top of that. So yeah, right. So let's get on with the post-match reaction. So Newcastle versus Everton. Newcastle 0, Everton 1. Now, last game of the season, Newcastle had everything to play for. This was a chance for them to get back into the Champions League. Whereas Everton, this was just an exhibition game, essentially. So for this game, we couldn't fall any lower. We couldn't go any higher. The only thing we could affect was our goal difference. And, well, total points at the end of the season. There was no extra money on the table in this regards. There was no threat of relegation. There was no threat of Europe at stake for us. But we treated that like it was a do or die game. Every single player on that pitch played their part. They played absolutely brilliantly. And as I said, I've got a laptop here. I know, it's got red on it. I'm sorry. This laptop I brought with me from New Zealand. Great laptop. Absolutely love it. And it's going to be a nice little feature because we can actually keep things a little bit more on track when it comes to these videos from here on in. Now, I'm not confirming or not whether this is going to be the permanent sort of thing, but I'm doing something a little bit different just to give it a try, see what happens. I might even bring my proper mic down, so you got something right here, pretty much. But yeah, so looking at the team that we had today. So we started out with Pickford in goal, Mikalenko, Michael Keane, Jake O'Brien, Ashley Young at the defence, Idrissa Gueye, James Garner as number 6 and number 8 respectively, Iliman and Dye, Alcaraz, Jack Harrison as your attacking midfield, and Beto as the focal point up top. So it's basically a 4-2-3-1. Pardon me. So yeah. So based on that team, I was expecting a goal or 2 to get shipped. I was expecting us to concede at least 1 or 2. And that wasn't the case today. We were an absolutely solid unit today. And if anyone ever goes on to SofaScore, it is a decent app for this sort of things. You can actually see the action charts. So it actually shows you the attacking play throughout the entirety of the game. So the higher the bar is for your respective team, the closer they were to scoring a goal. Or, well, expected to score a goal. And when we scored, it was literally out of nothing. I'm looking at the bar right now and it is literally just a small spike. Whereas Newcastle had the majority of the action. Now, don't get me wrong, the performance that they put in today was really good. So, over the course of the entire game, Newcastle had 66% of possession. We had 34. They had a XG of 1.27. They were expected to score at least one goal today. We had an XG of 0.99. We were not expected to score today. In regards to big chances, Newcastle had one, we had one. In regards to total shots, they had 17. We only had 14. In regards to goalkeeper saves, theirs had 5, ours had 6. Corners, they had 12 to our 5. I could go on. I could go on. I'll tell you one thing, we did have the lion's share of the yellow cards as well. We had 4 yellow cards, those being bloody hell. So we had David Moyes getting 1. We had Justin Gay getting 1. Ashley Young, apparently for time wasting. Mikalenko for a foul. James Garner apparently got 1 for an argument. The only one they got was Fabian Shaw. So yeah, so as I was saying, so in regards to the game today, Everton played like their lives depended on it. Newcastle did play really well. They moved the ball about really well, but every single moment that they sort of faltered or hindered, we were straight on top of them and we dispossessed them or we crunched them. We were playing an extremely physical game and we were playing it to a very good degree. So Idrissa Gueye, we need to get him an extension on his contract badly. I can't emphasise that one enough. Until we get someone younger, he is our main number 6. Pardon me. He was our main number 6 today. And he will be our main number 6 until we get some young blood in that we can bring up. I mean, don't get me wrong, Timothy Burnham might be the one that we could be looking at in the future as the main feature number 6. But at this point in time, he is... he's basically bench warming whilst Idrissa Gueye is fit and healthy. Now, bear in mind, he can play as a number 8 as well. So if James Garner isn't cutting the mustard, then he could potentially fall in line in that regard. So yeah. So like I said today, Idrissa Gueye, absolutely solid game today. Jordan Pickford was deservedly the man of the match. The saves that he did today were just beyond expectation. He played like a prime Buffon. Today, he was prime Buffon. He was prime Edison. He was prime Peter Cech. He was basically prime Pickford today. He was an outstanding player today. He played so well today and I could not fault him in any way, shape or form. And the rest of the squad had really good moments as well. Illiman and Dye made that left wing his own. Mikalenko, nice and solid. He was actually the one responsible for Alcaraz's goals, so he got a lovely assist there. Alcaraz, bloody hell, Moyes, sign him. Get that bloody signature. I think now the season's over, we should be turning around and saying, right, 15 million, absolute bargain. Yeah. Sign it. Sign it, seal it. You're ours now. And I'll be giving them the number 8 shirt. He is definitely a number 8. Well, he's more of a number 10, but Illiman Dye's got that shirt. But yeah. So looking over the squad, Harrison had a decent game as well. Better was unfortunate not to score. James Garner had a decent one. Majority of the players, surprisingly enough, Michael Keane has a quiet game today, but never made many mistakes, in my opinion. Ashley Young had his moments. He played really well, but as we know, his age is getting to him. But overall, though, looking at that squad today, absolutely brilliant performance. Could not fault them in any way, shape or form. We defended well. We attacked well. I just think the only thing I could fault them on is just trying to put more chances away. Everton, as a whole, as we know, one of our issues for the past probably say 2 to 3 seasons is having a final. It's the final product. That's the one thing that's getting us at the moment. Our defence is nice and solid. Our midfield is working well. It's just that final piece that needs to be fixed. And I do think, well, I will save the opinions on Liam Delap for another video. I am going to have to make a video on that one because I've got a few opinions on him. And I know they're going to rub people up the wrong way. But yeah. So overall, though, looking at this team today and looking at the squad overall, this was a weakened squad when you think about it because Tarkowski's injured, Brandwaite was injured. Who else are we missing at the moment? So Coleman, Branthwaite, Lindstrom, Mangala, and Tarkowski were all out. Bear in mind, they did have a few out as well. So they had Lewis Hall out, Joe Linton out, Kieran Trippier out. Isaac was doubtful apparently, but he actually made a feature in the game. He actually played the entire game. Didn't really score. He didn't have much. We actually kept him quiet, which was good. But yeah, so they did have players out as well. But I think we did well, considering that our backline was pretty ad hoc, in all fairness. I'm surprised we didn't see Patterson come on near the end for Ashley Young, but to see Ashley Young sort of see out his last game with us, it's nice. It's nice to see. I mean, he is, like I said, he's getting on 40 now. So it is time for him to move on, try something new. I do think he could potentially still do it in the Premier League, especially with a newly promoted team. But I wouldn't have him as the main feature. He'd be more of a bit part player if I was in them sorts of situations. But yeah, so where should we look at over the course of, say, the next transfer window? So looking at the squad we've got right now, Tarkowski, he's had a serious injury here, so he's going to be out until beginning of the next season. He might miss a couple of the pre-season games. Similar to Jared Branthwaite, he's going to be missing for one or two of the pre-season games. He's had a bit of a... was his hamstring that he actually injured? I think it was actually his hamstring. So, from there, we need to look at another centre-back. Definitely need to look at another centre-back. Someone young, I do think. Someone young, someone hungry. Right now, Jake O'Brien, he's nice and solid. He's holding the line. I do think he's definitely got a very good future with us. What will end up happening is Tarkowski will retire. If we keep hold of Branthwaite, it'll be the Branthwaite-Jake O'Brien combo. The two of them, absolutely solid. Branthwaite could even potentially get the captain's armband, because he is vocal. He is vocal on the pitch, so it'll be interesting to see how that one pans out. In regards to the midfield, looking at what we got right now, I mean, Ilman and Dye, we need to sign Alcaraz. That's a non-negotiable. I do think on the right, though, we do need someone with pace. A right winger who's got a bit of pace, or a right midfielder who's got a bit of pace, is definitely one to look out for in the future. Again, Idrissa Gueye, getting on in years, but still has a very good engine in him. He will play the full 90. It's very rare for him to get injured as well. So, as long as we keep him fit and healthy, he'll be the starting one for next season as well. Potentially look at getting someone in to sort of take his place, potentially in the future. Like I said, Timmy Burnham, he could potentially be the one for that in the space of the near future. But he's got a ways to go. He had a great little... he has a great run to start out at Burnham. But what ends up happening is he has a bit of an injury, and then when he come back, he was a bit off the boil. Likewise with James Garner, but James Garner seems to have come back a little bit. He's doing well. I don't see James Garner as being a number 8 in the course of the future. I do think he's someone who could potentially be a sort of hybrid 6 to 8, because he seems to do similar to what Idrissa Gueye does. He likes to cut out balls. He likes to intercept. Stuff like that. He does well in them sort of regards. But yeah, so in regards to right winger, we need someone with pace. I do think if we were to have we need someone faster than Dye and faster than Alcaraz. We don't have a lot of speed in our squad. There's not a lot in this squad at all. What we like to do is we transition fairly slowly for the Premier League standards. So we need to look at someone for the future. I can't think of any names off the top of my head. I'm bad when it comes to players outside of Everton. I mean, hell, if we had someone... I mean, if we had Gordon, if we still had Anthony Gordon, he could play a role there on the right wing. But that's definitely something that Moyes will look into in the market. I don't see Harrison coming back on another loan. He's done what he can. But his contributions to the squad is minimal. We need someone who can be getting assists and goals in that squad, especially on that right-hand side, because that's the side that's very barren in that regard. Because, I mean, you look at the squad there, the ones that are getting the goals are Beto, Alcaraz, and Dye. I mean, that speaks for itself. Them three, just saying them three was enough to show you that that's where the And that's where the focal point of the goals is. So if we can get someone who knows where the net is, who's got a bit of pace, and they can put an assist through, that's an area we can get covered. Potentially even looking at getting two people similar, one similar, like a youngster or someone who's well-founded in that sort of role. And then from there, as I said, Alcaraz, get him signed. But I do think we need another number 10. We definitely need another number 10. Just because Iliman Ndiaye, we know he's got a proneness of getting injured every now and then. I'm not sure what Alcaraz is like. He's fairly solid at this point in time, but we never know what the future might hold. So we do need someone to back up either of them. Because I'd say if Alcaraz does get injured, Ndiaye can fall in and McNeil can go on the left. If Ndiaye gets injured, again, Alcaraz stays in the middle, McNeil left. Or you could even switch it up and say, okay, Alcaraz, you're going on the left, McNeil, middle. But worst case scenario, if both of them get injured, you have McNeil and then no one. So it is a area we do definitely need to cover. And likewise when it comes to strikers. So as we know, Liam Delap seems to be the one seems to be the main one. Do I think he could be the option? Not really. I personally don't see it, but I will go into much, much deeper depth in a future video. But overall, this game in particular, it was a brilliant way to sign off the season for Everton. We've been through the highs and lows this season. We've had moments where we look like we were almost guaranteed to go down. We've went games, I think we went about 3 or 4 games without scoring a single goal. I mean, we shipped goals against Bournemouth at Goodison. We were 2-0 up and we just conceded. Likewise with Ipswich. Teams that were relegation fodder were absolutely battering us pillar to post. I mean, in the Carabao Cup, Southampton made us look like an absolute joke. We definitely need to bolster the squad and we need to get people who are Moyes players. So as we know, he likes height, he likes power, he likes a physical squad. I mean, Marouane Fellaini, that was one of his pinnacle signings there. So he likes of Arteta, Cahill, Fellaini, Yakubu. He likes big physical players. He likes players who can get around the pitch. They're not afraid to muck in, get a challenge in. So if we're able to give Moyes a bit of a blank check and just say, right, just fill the squad with what you want. Make it your squad. We will get rid of the deadwood. You get in your players. I do expect us to surge up the table. But yeah, guys, I have waffled on for probably a good 16 minutes now. Probably even more, probably close to 20. I can't actually see the time on my screen. So yeah, I would like to say a massive thank you for watching. Also, I'd like to say a big thank you to my cup of coffee guys here. Right, if you want to be like these guys and get your name in the banner down below and also get early access to videos, why not become a part of the cup of coffee tier on the School of Science TV channel? So as I said, one of the main perks is you get your name down here. And whenever I'm uploading videos, if it's before the time frame, they go to the members for a little bit and then they get made access to the public. So you can enjoy these sort of things for less than £1. Now, what does this actually give to me? Well, obviously it's not paying for me shopping. Let's put it like that. So the cup of coffee tier will actually be helping fund the channel. So when I say fund the channel, I don't mean, oh yeah, you're going to pay for me water bill, you're going to pay for me fuel. It basically means you're helping me upgrade hardware, software, stuff like me cameras, stuff like me microphones, laptops, things like that. I mean, we can even get decor down here. So whenever we're doing videos, and also if you like these sorts of videos as well, why not? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section below as well, because I do appreciate that. A little change of scenery every now and then doesn't hurt, does it? So yeah, as I said, if you want to help support the channel, donate to the cup of coffee tier. It's only £1 a month, and like I said, you get your name down the bottom below saying that you are supporting the channel. You're a really awesome person for doing so. And on top of that, you are also going to get the occasional early video. But yeah, guys, If you don't like this video, you know what to do. If you want to give me any suggestions, put them in the comment section below. If you want to share this, please, you are more than happy to share. I am more than happy for you to share this. But yeah, guys, that is the end of the 24-25 season. We have finished 13th in the table. We were looking at going down at one point. We are not going down. Next season, we will be playing in a brand new stadium with higher capacity, with potentially new players, under David Moyes. What a time to be a fucking Evertonian. In any case, guys, I'd like to wish you all a lovely summer. If I don't see you before then, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I know that the other lot are going to be doing a little trophy celebration bus tour shit in the city centre. So I am giving that a wide berth. And you know what? Hopefully next year we will we'll be doing something similar. But in any case, guys. Oh, before I go, I know a lot of people, when they were watching my drone videos, from when this was a wet hole in the ground to, well, now, I was getting a lot of comments saying, best stadium in the championship. All I can say is this. To all those people, how fucking wrong were you guys? And you know what? I'm going to be the better person and just say this. You're wrong. So yeah, take care. Enjoy your summer. Up the fucking toffees. And peace.